Yo, what's going on, people? You're through to Else at TVKO. Thank you for watching. As always, very much appreciated. Wanting to quickly touch on Tony Bellew, the bomber, the scouser. Wanted to touch on Tony Bellew. Put out a post on Instagram yesterday of himself back in the gym, back training, obviously in a routine, in camp, and in the caption he wrote that he didn't think he'd be doing that again, almost as if he was saying that he was halfway towards retirement, which I think most of us kind of suspected. But he's back in training, he's back in camp, for which one can only assume is for the impending announcement of a bout between himself and the newly crowned undisputed king at Cruiserweight, Alexander Usyk, who of course last month won the Muhammad Ali trophy against Gasayev in a pretty one-sided final, it has to be said. One of the first things that Usyk done was to come out and call out Tony Bellew, and I respected that from Usyk, because it was almost like he knew within himself that there was one last person he had to deal with at Cruiserweight before his impending move up to heavyweight, which in itself is amazingly interesting scenario just by itself. I think Alexander Usyk at heavyweight instantly becomes one of the best boxers in the division, so that will be interesting for sure. But he came out, he's called out Tony Bellew, and massive respect for Tony Bellew, because his instant response was, let's do it. So that seems like it's a fight that will be taking place, and it will happen before the year's out, and it will happen in London, which is, from a selfish point of view, fantastic for me. It will make it very easy for me to get to the fight, and it will be a fight that I will really be looking forward to. Listening to Eddie Hearn recently, he's come out, and initially I was kind of dismissive of the fight. If you actually go back to one of my videos that I did, in fact it was the video just after Bellew had beaten David Haye, I was dismissive when discussing his future opponents when it came to Usyk, simply because I didn't think Bellew would take the fight. I didn't think he would believe himself capable of beating Usyk, but of course he's come out and seemingly accepted the challenge from Usyk, which is fantastic. And like I said, kudos to Bellew, and just nothing but admiration for his spirit and his bravery in this fight. For me, it's a fight that I don't believe he can win. I think it's amounting too far. I think Usyk is a bit of an alien, very much like his compatriot Lomachenko. He's a special breed. His pedigree at amateur levels is second to none. His ring IQ is fantastic. His punch selection is flawless. He's athletic. I wouldn't say he has concussive power at Cruiserweight, but he certainly keeps it. He keeps you in check and make sure that you respect him when he hits you. So this is a guy that is a monster, certainly at Cruiserweight. How he'll fare at heavyweight, only time will tell. But for sure, one thing we do know, he's an absolute beast at Cruiserweight, and it's a fantastic matchup as well, because Tony Bellew, I believe, has been underrated for many a year, myself included. I won't lie. I haven't rated Tony Bellew for large parts of his career, but he's shown himself worthy in the last 2 or 3 years. And one thing's for certain is if he does lose, which I think he will, I don't think he will lose comprehensively like Gasayev did. So yeah, guys, let's wait for the announcement, and once it gets made, it's another fight to look forward to. It's one that I certainly will be waiting in eager anticipation for. So and like I said, if I can, I'll certainly make sure I'm in attendance. So yeah, just waiting for the announcement. But guys, what do you think of this fight? Is it a step too far for Tony Bellew? Is it a challenge too far for him? Or does he have a legitimate chance of beating Usyk? What do you guys think? Of course, in the coming months, there'll be more videos on this fight, so watch out for that. But for now, I'm Else for TVKO, and I'm out of here. But leave your comments below and let me know what you think of the fight, guys. But for now, I'm out. Later.